It's a couple years ago, and I'm with some family members going to get a kebab. How do you even pronounce that, bro? Basically, that kind of junk food, whatever. So we're getting a kebab. We're eating it there. I'm at that time I'm working out and all this and that, and I think to myself after this, wait a bit, why am I eating this dumb stuff? I'm literally this is not good for my health. Why am I do? What am I doing? I'm there and I'm there sitting at I don't know 14 years old or so, don't know, eating that kebab and after that I kind of regret it. I'm like, why am I doing this? And that it just clicked in my mind. Like, wait a bit. I am training. I'm working out. I want to be healthier. Why am I eating this? And so point is, with time, how I managed to quit entirely eating junk food, and I don't ever eat it, by the way. The way I managed to do this is by just setting myself a standard. And that's not just with food. That's with everything you want to be disciplined in. You need a standard. What is a standard? I thought to myself, oh yeah. So if I put a standard, basically this means the lowest amount, the lowest level you accept for yourself. Well, then obviously I can hold myself accountable to that standard, because there's a quote that says something like, we don't rise up to our goals. We always fall we always get our standards, or something like this. And so point is, I thought, okay, I can make a standard of not eating junk food ever again, and I promised myself, and I'm pretty sure I never ate junk food again, pretty much from that point, or at least I know for a fact. Okay, I did not eat junk food in I think months or years, maybe in like about I don't know a year or two or whatever. Did not eat any junk food, pretty much none, literally. And that's the thing. You try to be disciplined with something, and you want to do this good habit, and you want to stay away from this bad habit. Now, what I saw for myself is that once you try to balance it out, for example, the diet, because everyone can understand it, right? When you think about eating something you're not supposed to, that you know is bad for you, but that it tastes good, well, you know it's not good for you, and therefore you don't eat it all day every day, but sometimes you still get yourself the chance to eat it, and then becomes more and more and more and more. Simply because you show your brain, you allow yourself to eat that from time to time, and then that time to time, from that in that time to time becomes more and more and more and more. And it's stupid, because you lose self-respect for yourself. You feel disgusting, and it's this feeling of, oh man, I kind of want to eat it, but it's not good for me. That disgusting feeling like you're locked up. You know what will get you your freedom back? Setting a standard. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not the kind of guy who's doing this. And you raise your identity. You improve your identity in terms of who you are, and what beliefs you have. If you begin having beliefs that, look, I'm not the kind of guy who is eating this kind of food or doing this kind of bad habit, or vice, well, then you're start acting accordingly. And so point is, it's way easier at that point to just not do that, because you don't even do it. Yeah, sure, at the beginning you might have a bit of cravings, but after that you just, I don't even care about it. To be honest, so many times I've stayed in front of pizza, I'm like, I don't even want this stuff. Like, why do people eat this subhuman food? It's just stupid. And because that's the level I got to. And again, it's not just about food, but this is an example that everybody can understand. Do you understand? And by the way, if you want a more in-depth plan on how to become more disciplined, I literally can help you. First link in the description. But bro, think about it. If you set yourself a standard, and that's the thing, a higher one than you have currently, well then obviously you'll start being angry if you don't hit it. And that's the beauty with a high standard that you currently don't have, because it's way higher And throughout this period, because you literally begin focusing more and more and more on this, and you start associating yourself with this level of standard, you will feel pissed off because you're not here yet. And you're constantly below it. You feel disgusted, like, what am I doing? That's the thing. That's what you gotta do. I had massive improvements with my standards. It's insane. So good. And you might say, oh, but Sebastian, I know, but I want to focus more on this thing, this online business or career or something. And I know you said, oh, just be disciplined, but I don't have time to clean my room. I don't have time to do the chores and all the other stuff that I'm supposed to be disciplined with and go to the gym and all that stuff. How am I supposed to do this, Sebastian? I don't have time. I said that so many times. But thing is, let me tell you a quick story, right? I thought that I didn't have any time. And by the way, this is before I would actually improve my productivity like massively. So point is, back in the day, quite some time ago, maybe a year or two ago, I was thinking, man, I want to put more time into my self development, learning all this stuff, and making videos and all that, because I was like, man, this is amazing, right? I love it. And the point is, I thought, oh man, I know I gotta clean my room because it was a mess, right? I gotta clean my room, but man, I just don't want to bother. I don't want to waste my time, because I thought, oh, it's a waste of time. I just want to put all my time in self-development, self-improvement, learning, making videos. But that was kind of dumb, right? And let me tell you another reason why it was dumb. Is because I realized after beginning to clean my room as a habit that, oh, I thought it would take me a lot more time in the day. But actually, I get my room clean every day now, pretty much at that point. And I'm even more productive. My productivity skyrocketed. Why? Because you don't just do things. You become a new character, a new person, and you adopt a new identity with new traits, with new beliefs, with new standards of quality and behaviors. So obviously, if how can you expect to be disciplined in your career or business or whatever, if all the other areas of your life are just you're constantly not disciplined in them, you're lazy. So point is, if you start becoming a bit more disciplined in everything, like literally do the chores yourself, or at least some of them, take the trash out, wash the dishes. I started doing that, and it actually keeps you sharp. It actually is very good for discipline, and you feel good, you feel productive. And point is that this keeps you sharp. This makes you more disciplined because it reflects. Why? Because again, you become the kind of person who is organized, who gets this stuff clean and good and all that stuff. Now, fair enough. My room now there's some more things here because we had some, we have right now some, how do you call it, like construction of the kitchen for the apartment. I don't know, whatever. We basically do that, remake that whole stuff, or some people for us. So fair enough. There's some more things here, but in general, my room is just clean as a standard, no problem. Why? Because obviously it's good. But the point is, you gotta see, okay, what other areas do I need to be way more organized in and all that stuff, and more disciplined in, that you lack currently, and that by becoming more disciplined in them, it will reflect in all the other areas and it will make you more disciplined overall. And you start attacking one by one. It becomes way easier also. It's very good. Because think about it, right? Think about it. If you have the belief that you are an organized, disciplined individual, and you literally have that as a core belief, like, yes, I'm that kind of guy, do you think that you would actually be more organized and disciplined? Well, of course. So thing is, you need to adopt this belief that you are this kind of organized guy. How? Well, I've been telling myself, affirmations, Sebastian, what are you talking about? Look, they work. I don't want to call them affirmations, but I want to call them this process of instilling beliefs. Because your identity is made out of who you are and what beliefs you have. So point is, you are what you believe pretty much, right? And your personality also reflects that, and all this and that. So basically, you get all these beliefs in your brain, and also you show yourself through action that you change, and you start adopting an identity of a more organized, disciplined individual. And so you take areas like your job, like your house chores, like your spending time with your family, like with doing I don't know what that you know you should be doing. You become more disciplined in those. Whatever is your main thing with that goal that you really, really are excited about, well, that thing will, your productivity in that thing will skyrocket as well. Because you overall increase all the standard of productivity, of organization, of discipline. Of course, this will bump up like crazy as well, if it makes sense. So, you with that standard, you elevate the service, you elevate the level, right? So, if for example, your whatever main thing right now, your main goal is like here, but all the other things, your discipline level in Denmark, like here, well, that's not good, right? But if you raise your standard to, like, up here, well, obviously, including that thing and everything else will just be bumped up like crazy in the sky. In the sky, you get the point. So your overall level, minimal level, will be way higher. So therefore, you'll operate at a way higher level, even more effortlessly and more efficiently. Because you might in your mind think like, oh, Sebastian, well, that would be super hard and all this stress. No, I'm not talking about that, man. I'm talking about pretty much effortlessly. You'll have these beliefs and these new standards that you'll be way more disciplined in these things. And it will help so much. So, if you want more help with this, obviously, first link in the description, and watch more videos. Comment on what do you want help with, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.